I welcome you to our country, to the city of Manila, and to the Cathedral Basilica of the Immaculate Conception.
The connection between Pope Francis and Luis Antonio Tagle has always fascinated observers within the Catholic Church. Known for his humility and progressive outlook, Tagle has become a trusted figure by the Pope's side. His journey from leading the Archdiocese of Manila to holding a significant Vatican role has been extraordinary. Now, Pope Francis has made a shocking decision about Tagle's future, leaving many wondering about the Church's direction. What is this groundbreaking move that's sparking discussions across the globe? Join us as we reveal the decision shaking the Catholic Church to its core. A decision years in the making. Luis Antonio Tagle oversees one of the most important departments in the Vatican, responsible for spreading Catholicism worldwide. His appointment in 2019 was a clear indication of Pope Francis's trust in his abilities. But the Pope's recent move has left both Catholics and non-Catholics curious. Many believe this decision could reshape the future of the Church. As you know, Pope Francis is always deliberate with his choices, often selecting leaders who align with his vision for a more inclusive Church. Cardinal Tagle's leadership reflects this vision, as he is known for addressing global issues like poverty and inequality. His approachable demeanor and ability to connect with people have made him one of the most beloved figures in the Church. But what exactly has Pope Francis revealed about Tagle's future? Keep watching. It might surprise you. Recent developments indicate that the Pope might be preparing him for something even much more. This is not just about administrative roles. This decision could be about shaping the direction of the Church for decades to come. The timing of this has also raised questions. Looking back, Pope Francis has at some point hinted at the possibility of stepping down due to health concerns. But could the latest developments be linked to succession planning? Many believe that Tagle, with his deep understanding of both traditional and modern challenges, could be an ideal candidate for the papacy. Tagle's background especially sets him apart. Born in the Philippines, a country with one of the largest Catholic populations in the world, he represents a shift from the traditional European dominance in church leadership. His experience working with marginalized communities gives him a unique perspective on the Church's mission. Over the years, Tagle has been involved in key global initiatives, including disaster relief efforts. These experiences have shaped his leadership style, which is both compassionate and practical. His focus on listening to the needs of ordinary people aligns with Pope Francis's approach to leadership. Despite his popularity, Tagle has faced challenges. However, Pope Francis has always supported him. By appointing Tagle to influential roles, the Pope has made it clear where he stands. One of the most intriguing aspects of this development is its potential impact on the global Catholic community. If Tagle is being positioned for greater responsibilities, it could signal a new era for the Church. This move might encourage more diverse leadership and address long-standing issues within the institution. Tagle's influence extends beyond the Church. His ability to address pressing issues like climate change and migration has earned him respect from world leaders and organizations. He has shown that religious leaders can play major roles in tackling global challenges. With the latest developments, the Pope could also be responding to growing calls for reform within the Church. From addressing scandals to modernizing traditions, the challenges are much. Tagle's inclusive approach and strong moral compass make him a compelling figure to lead these efforts. But then, as expected, there has been a mixed reaction to this. While many have praised the Pope's foresight, others are skeptical about the changes it could bring. The Church is at a crossroads, and every decision carries weight. Looking ahead, the focus will be on how Tagle's role evolves. Will he take on more responsibilities? Or is this a stepping stone for something bigger? For now, the Pope's decision has set the stage for important discussions about the future of the Catholic Church. Tagle's journey from Manila to Rome has been inspiring. His commitment to serving others and his ability to adapt to changing times have made him a key figure in the Church. And it is quite clear that this story is far from over. Keep watching, because what we'll reveal next is an eye-opener. A rising star's impact on the global Church. Luis Antonio Tagle's influence has grown steadily over the years, not just within the Catholic Church, but also on the global stage. His leadership style, rooted in humility and accessibility, has made him a favorite among Catholics worldwide. Now, as Pope Francis's decisions continue to steer the Church in new directions, all eyes are on Tagle to see how he will handle the challenges ahead. Tagle's role as prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples has given him a front-row seat to the Church's efforts in regions where Catholicism is growing rapidly. From Asia to Africa, his focus has been on fostering a sense of unity and understanding among diverse communities. His ability to adapt to cultural differences and connect with people of various backgrounds has been a game-changer for the Church's outreach. One of Tagle's most notable contributions has been his commitment to addressing the struggles of the underprivileged. In many of his missions, he has emphasized the importance of empowering local communities rather than imposing solutions from the top down. This grassroots approach has not only strengthened the Church's presence, but also won the trust of people in regions where institutional religion is often viewed with skepticism. And then there's also his focus on youth engagement has also been a defining aspect of his leadership. Recognizing that the future of the Church depends on its younger members, Tagle has spearheaded programs aimed at making Catholicism more relatable to modern generations. From social media outreach to youth-oriented events, his efforts have energized young Catholics who previously felt disconnected from the Church. Keep watching to see how his strategies continue to reshape the Church. Tagle's influence extends beyond his administrative roles. He has been a vocal advocate for social justice, speaking out against issues like human trafficking, inequality, and environmental degradation. His speeches and actions have inspired many to view the Church as a force for good in addressing these global challenges. By aligning the Church's mission with the needs of the world today, he has helped restore faith in its relevance. In his role, Tagle has also faced tough situations. One notable example was his response to the Rohingya refugee crisis. He visited refugee camps, offering both material aid and moral support to those affected. His ability to provide comfort and practical assistance in such situations has shown his dedication to living out the teachings of the Church. While Tagle's achievements are widely acknowledged, his journey has not been without obstacles. Some conservative factions within the Church have expressed concerns about some of his views. For instance, his emphasis on inclusivity and openness has drawn criticism from those who fear it may lead to a dilution of traditional values. Despite these challenges, Tagle has remained steadfast in his mission to create a more compassionate and understanding Church. Another example of his impactful leadership is his work during the COVID-19 pandemic. He himself tested positive for virus in September 2020.
Luis Antonio Cardinal Tagle has tested positive for the coronavirus after arriving in the Philippines from Italy,
marking a challenging moment in his already demanding role within the Vatican. Despite the diagnosis, he demonstrated remarkable determination, continuing to inspire many with his unwavering faith and focus on service. And, as the world faced uncertainty and fear, he coordinated efforts to ensure that the Church remained a source of hope and support. From organizing aid for affected communities to encouraging digital platforms for worship, his initiatives demonstrated his ability to lead in times of crisis. Also, another critical aspect of Tagle's influence is his ability to build bridges between different faiths. In today's world, where divisions often seem insurmountable, his efforts to promote interfaith dialogue have been widely praised. Whether it's collaborating with Muslim leaders in Asia or engaging with secular communities in the West, his actions have fostered mutual respect and understanding. Over the years, Tagle has been instrumental in representing the Vatican in international forums, using his platform to advocate for peace and justice. His involvement in these efforts underscores his potential to lead on a global scale. As the Catholic Church continues to face numerous challenges, from declining membership in the West to scandals that have shaken its credibility, leaders like Tagle offer hope for a brighter future. His focus on rebuilding trust and prioritizing the needs of the vulnerable has set him apart as a leader who genuinely cares about the people he serves. In many ways, Tagle represents a new era for the Catholic Church. His leadership is not just about maintaining traditions, but also about embracing change and addressing the realities of the modern world. This balance between tradition and progress is what makes him such a perfect fit. His journey, marked by resilience and a deep sense of purpose, continues to inspire millions around the world. So, what's next for Tagle and the Church? Keep watching to find out. Preparing for a bigger role. Luis Antonio Tagle is not just a leader in the Catholic Church. He's a figure of hope for many. His unique ability to connect with people, no matter their background, has earned him widespread respect. And even as the Church faces diverse global challenges, Tagle's compassionate and forward-thinking approach places him at the center of conversations about the future of Catholic leadership. One of the qualities that makes him outstanding and admired is his focus on people. Many church leaders are known for their administrative skills, but Tagle stands out for putting individuals and their needs at the forefront. Whether he is addressing a large audience or meeting with small, struggling communities, his warmth and humility shine through. He has a way of making everyone feel valued, which is why so many people, from laypersons to clergy, hold him in high regard. It was a turning point when Tagle became the head of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples. This group, which oversees the Church's missionary efforts, is one of the most important departments in the Vatican. Tagle brought a fresh perspective to the role. He prioritized cultural respect and encouraged a more inclusive approach to spreading the faith. His leadership has helped make the Church more meaningful to people in diverse parts of the world. Keep watching to learn how this impacts the Church's mission. Tagle's dedication to fighting poverty and inequality is another defining feature of his work. His experience growing up in the Philippines, where he witnessed firsthand the struggles faced by ordinary families, shaped his deep concern for the poor and marginalized. Under his leadership, the Church has launched numerous projects to address these issues. From providing education and health care to distributing food, these efforts reflect Tagle's commitment to improving lives. He often reminds people that true faith is shown through action. Apart from that, Tagle also excels in diplomacy. His calm demeanor and thoughtful communication skills have helped him build strong relationships with world leaders, religious groups, and even governments. These connections have been crucial in addressing sensitive issues like religious freedom, migration, and climate change. Tagle's ability to bridge divides and find common ground has earned him respect beyond the Catholic Church. There is also a uniqueness in Tagle's efforts to engage young people that is worth noting. Because he understands that the Church needs to connect with the younger generation to remain relevant, he has embraced modern technology. This explains his use of social media. He uses them as tools to reach a wider audience. What's more, he has also organized youth-focused events that address their unique challenges and questions. By listening to young people and addressing their concerns, Tagle has helped make the Church feel more approachable and relatable. His natural charisma and approachable personality make him especially popular with young audiences. Many see him as someone who genuinely understands their struggles and cares about their well-being. This connection has strengthened the bond between the Church and younger Catholics, giving them a renewed sense of belonging. In areas affected by conflict, Cardinal Tagle has worked hard to bring peace and understanding. In Mindanao, a part of the Philippines with a history of fighting, he supported talks to help the people understand each other better and reduce violence. He also helped the Church during peace talks in the region. Outside the Philippines, Tagle worked with Caritas Internationalis to bring help to places like Syria, which have suffered from war. His efforts to unite people and support those in need show his strong commitment to peace. His calm approach and ability to listen have helped ease tensions in these areas affected by war and religious divisions. People in the regions often describe him as a source of healing and hope during difficult times. Even with his life story, Cardinal Tagle inspires many. Coming from a humble family, he worked tirelessly to rise through the ranks of the Church. His journey is a powerful reminder that anyone, regardless of their background, can make a difference through dedication and faith. One of the most talked about aspects of his career is his relationship with Pope Francis. The two share a vision of a more inclusive and compassionate Church, which is the basis of the speculation about Tagle's future. Although some outlets no longer see him as the favorite to lead the Catholic Church, there are still a handful who strongly believe that he could eventually succeed Pope Francis as the next leader of the Catholic Church. While Tagle himself rarely comments on these rumors, his actions and leadership style continue to attract attention worldwide. Tagle's approach to leadership balances tradition with the need for change. He respects the Church's rich history while recognizing the importance of adapting to modern challenges. His focus on kindness, inclusion, and fairness has helped the Church become more welcoming to people from all walks of life. Tagle's influence extends far beyond his official roles. His vision for the Church inspires hope in a time when many institutions are struggling to stay relevant. By focusing on compassion, understanding, and action, Tagle has shown that the Church can still play a vital role in people's lives. As the Catholic Church faces an uncertain future, leaders like Tagle bring a sense of optimism. His ability to connect with people and his dedication to serving others make him a standout figure in the Church today. Whether or not he becomes the next pope, there's no doubt that Tagle's work will continue to shape the Church's path forward. Don't go anywhere. There's more. Shaping the future of the Catholic Church. Luis Antonio Tagle represents a new direction for the Catholic Church, one that emphasizes compassion, inclusion, and adaptability. His leadership is not only reshaping the Church's role in a changing world, but also offering hope to millions who seek guidance and connection. With his calm demeanor, modern ideas, and deep sense of faith, Tagle is becoming a key figure in defining what the Church might look like in the years to come. One of the most notable areas where Tagle's influence is growing is in his advocacy for grassroots involvement. He firmly believes that the Church should not only be a place for prayer, but also a community that works together to solve local and global issues. Tagle has encouraged more lay participation, giving ordinary people a stronger voice in church decisions. This approach is not just symbolic. It reflects his understanding that meaningful change often starts at the community level. Tagle's leadership style is collaborative, a refreshing departure from the more hierarchical methods traditionally associated with the Vatican. He actively listens to different perspectives and takes advice from clergy, theologians, and even lay people. This willingness to learn and adapt has allowed him to introduce reforms that resonate with many Catholics while staying true to the Church's core values. A particularly bold step Tagle has taken is his push for greater transparency within the Church. Historically, the Vatican has been criticized for its secrecy, particularly regarding financial matters and handling internal controversies. Tagle, however, has consistently emphasized the importance of accountability. He believes that trust can only be rebuilt when church leaders are open about their decisions and actions. His focus on financial accountability has led to calls for clearer reporting on how church funds are used, especially in humanitarian efforts. Tagle has encouraged local dioceses to follow similar practices, ensuring that the resources meant to help people are used effectively. These measures are a step toward rebuilding trust, especially in regions where the Church has faced criticism. Another area where Tagle is making an impact is in addressing the Church's role in social justice. He has spoken extensively about issues like systemic inequality, human rights, and the need for governments to treat all people with dignity. Tagle's speeches often highlight how faith and action go hand in hand. He encourages Catholics to take an active role in fighting injustices, whether by advocating for fair policies or helping marginalized groups in their own communities. Stay tuned for more insights into his work. Tagle's work has also had a profound impact on the Church's relationship with women. While the Catholic Church has long been criticized for its limited inclusion of women in leadership roles, Tagle has openly supported greater involvement of women in church life. He acknowledges their critical contributions in education, healthcare, and missionary work. He often highlights the stories of women who have made significant contributions to the Church's mission, using these examples to inspire broader change. By doing so, Tagle underscores the importance of valuing all voices within the Church, regardless of gender. One of Tagle's most significant contributions is his ability to humanize the Church's leadership. While some leaders are seen as distant figures, Tagle's humility and warmth make him relatable. He speaks in a way that feels personal, often sharing stories from his own life to connect with others. This authenticity has drawn people to him, especially in times of crisis. His ability to lead during difficult times has been especially evident in the Church's response to global tragedies. Whether addressing natural disasters, health emergencies, or acts of violence, Tagle consistently emphasizes the Church's responsibility to be a source of comfort and support. When the need arose, he organized aid efforts, mobilized resources, and personally visited affected communities to show solidarity. He encouraged dioceses worldwide to open their doors to those in need and to find innovative ways to continue serving their communities. Keep watching for his vision for the future of faith. Tagle is also deeply committed to promoting environmental stewardship. Inspired by Pope Francis's encyclical Laudato Si', which calls for care for the planet, Tagle has been a strong advocate for sustainable practices. He has encouraged dioceses and Catholic institutions to reduce their environmental impact and to teach others about the moral duty to protect the earth. In speeches and public appearances, Tagle often stresses the link between caring for the planet and caring for the poor, as environmental degradation disproportionately affects vulnerable communities. His advocacy reflects his broader mission of creating a church that is both spiritually and socially responsible. Perhaps what makes Tagle so impactful is his ability to inspire hope in a time when many people feel disconnected from the church. He understands the challenges of modern life, economic pressures, political divides, and the search for meaning, and he addresses them with empathy and practical solutions. His ability to adapt to these realities has made him a beacon for Catholics and non-Catholics alike. As a result, there continues to be speculations about what lies ahead for Tagle. While he remains focused on his current responsibilities, many see him as a leader who could guide the Church into a new era. And whether or not he becomes the next pope, Tagle's influence is undeniable. What particularly sets him apart is his constant belief in the power of kindness, dialogue, and action. In a time when many institutions are questioned, Tagle offers a vision of the Church as a place where faith and humanity come together. His work reminds us that leadership is not about power, but about service. His journey continues to inspire many people around the world. His commitment to compassion, inclusion, and progress is shaping the future of the Catholic Church, ensuring that it remains a relevant and meaningful presence in people's lives. What are your thoughts on the Pope's decision? Do you think Tagle's new role will bring significant changes to the Catholic Church? Let us know in the comments. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Also, click the following video shown on your screen. You'll enjoy it.